In the tense skies of the late Cold War and beyond, one of the most feared encounters in aerial combat was between America's F-15 Eagle and the Soviet-built MiG-29 Fulcrum. The F-15 was built for air superiority, fast, powerful, and armed with cutting-edge radar. But the MiG-29 was no less dangerous, agile, rugged, and designed to fight in the toughest conditions. Our story begins on a clear day when a flight of F-15s, confident in their dominance, entered hostile airspace. Their mission was patrol, but the enemy had other plans. Waiting beyond the radar horizon, a pair of MiG-29s prepared an ambush. Using ground control vectors and terrain masking, the MiGs closed the distance quietly. Suddenly, warning tones lit up the F-15 cockpits. The Americans had been painted by enemy radar. The Eagles broke formation, diving for separation, scanning for visual contact. Then, out of the sun, the MiGs appeared. Missiles streaked into the sky. The Eagles countered with chaff and flares, banking hard into evasive maneuvers. One F-15 rolled aggressively and regained position behind a MiG. Its radar locked, and an AM-7 Sparrow roared free. The missile found its mark. One Fulcrum was down, but the fight wasn't over. The second MiG-29 pressed the attack, forcing the Eagles into a turning dogfight. Here, the Fulcrum's agility shined. For 10 seconds, the MiG forced an F-15 into defensive flight, cannons blazing. But the Eagle's superior thrust let it climb sharply out of reach, then loop back down with a deadly strike. An AM-9 Sidewinder locked onto the MiG's heat signature. The second Fulcrum was gone. Silence returned to the skies. The ambush had been fierce, but the F-15s proved their reputation once again, not a pound for air to ground. This encounter became a reminder of how close air combat can be, where a split-second decision can mean life or death. The MiG-29s had the element of surprise, but the Eagles had training, power, and experience, and that made all the difference.